How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to take a look at the Mezco 5 Points Deluxe Box Set 1966 Batman and Crew, because it comes with another 6 figures in the deluxe set. Let's take a look at the other side of the package. A quick look at the inside of the packaging. We've got the figures with their stands, the bat pole. Quick look at the Batmobile. It comes in a clam of foam that's about 2 inches thick all the way around. Very secure. All right, let's take them out. All right, very nice. We have all 7 awesome figures lined up. It was a quick flash down memory lane, just taking these guys out of the package. From left to right, we have the Joker, the Penguin, Catwoman, Batman and Robin, Alfred, and the Riddler, with a little bag of money there in front of his right foot. Very, very nice, very cool. To the far left, we have the Batmobile, and that thing is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful stuff. To the far right, we have the bat poles, and on that bat pole, you see a clamp that is attached so that you can attach one of your figures and give the look of sliding down the bat pole. Very, very cool. And in the back of the Batcave, the unsung hero, the Bat Computer. Very, very nice. We're going to take a closer look at each of these figs and also the Batmobile on the centerpiece that revolves. So right now, it just came inside of the Batcave. So it's now facing the wrong way. It now has to use the revolving Batcave feature, the revolving floor feature, and now the Batmobile is facing the other direction. So that's a cool little touch. So we have the Batmobile there, and let's go ahead and look at each of the figures. I'm going to bring out Alfred, and we'll get him positioned over here. Go ahead and stand for us, Alfred. There you go, my friend. Very, very clean look on Alfred. 4 buttons on the suit. Look at the molding and how they emulate the wrinkles. I always like that touch, especially on, and the creases on the pants. On the back, we have some manufacturer information. That kind of stinks there on the back of pants. You know, I mean, they could have easily have put that on. Oh, wow, I think every figure has it. So much for that. Every figure has it? Every single figure has it. Wow, but why not black ink on the black pants? That's a bummer. But anyway, I digress. But at least it's applied really cleanly. Look at the crisp lines on those letters. But Alfred looks super sharp. Look at the really clean lines along the face, the mustache, the lines of the glasses, the inner eyes. Really, really nice. Very clean, simple look for Alfred. He comes with one accessory, his swappable head. And that has a really awesome, awesome hat. One of my favorite style hats. Very cool. We'll bring Alfred over here and we'll get him to hang a bit. Next up, the Riddler. One thing I like about the way these figs are done nowadays, these 5-point reaction style figs, is that there's a lot of unique molding on them. You know, you can see immediately he has a different stance than Alfred did. His legs and the bends across his body, his arms. It is clearly, there's nothing about this mold that is at all similar to Alfred, despite the fact that they're both wearing dress pants, a coat, a dress shirt, and a tie, you know? But other than that, their attire looks drastically different, and they both look like they're dressed to impress. I'll bring Alfred right back, just to give us a little comparison there. Right? Look what I mean with how differently they're molded and sculpted, despite the fact that they're wearing pretty much the same attire. Love them. Let's get Alfred back where he was. And let's focus more on the Riddler. Comes with a sack of money. Very nice. And I like this little accessory. And he comes with an additional head portrait. Really nice. I love the purple mask. I think they did him justice. And if you look at the face sculpt, especially on the masked face, That looks so much like the actor, whose name I can't remember right now, but that looks so much like him. And I really loved the Riddler in that show. He was by far one of my favorite characters. So let's go ahead and get the Riddler over there hanging out with Alfred. Quick look at what's going on that side of town, over there by the bat poles. All right. Next up, I'm going to bring out the Penguin. Very, very cool fig. I love the purple apps on him. He looks absolutely great. He's dressed to impress. I guess they all showed up at Wayne Manor for like a extravagant event. And somehow, you know, the thing hit the fan and they ended up in the Batcave. I remember that episode. I remember that actually happening in the series or the movie. Everything went crazy. So he looks really great. Look at that smile. That is one well-sculpted face. Very, very awesome. Again, I really like how they have the molded creases and stuff. Look at that. And it really is asymmetrical, you know, so it just adds more to the realism and look of the figs. I'm going to swap out this really charming head portrait, and I'm going to swap in his masked portrait. There we go. Very, very nice. It went from kind of like an extravagant, very formal suit and tie event to a masquerade kind of event. Maybe, I could be wrong. Stay tuned. Penguin comes with this effect that attaches to one end of this umbrella. So I'm going to put it right there. I had to put him on a stand to get the effect to kind of like work because of the balance. But that is a pretty cool little look, man. That is a cool little feature. Blam! Pow! Pow! Next up, let me make sure I don't lose any accessories here. All right. I'm going to bring out the Joker. And he looks absolutely awesome. That is a pretty scary likeness, I would actually say, of the Joker. Less funny and humorous and more kind of like startling a little bit. But it is very well painted, very well molded. Even the details on the hair there. Really nice, clean paint apps. And I'm a bit surprised that he didn't come with an additional head portrait, maybe like a more wide open, yelling, screaming kind of laugh, or even some effects that might have been like a ha 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 or something, kind of like the pow. But what he did come with was this utility belt, and he comes with this picture frame, which unfortunately I don't recall, but I bet if you wanted to remember the Joker forever, you could use this picture frame. So he comes with those two accessories and his awesome, stunning self with his 3-piece suit. So he's got the 4-button vest, the 3-button coat, the pinstripes down the legs. Really, really nice. And of course, the matching gloves. All right, so I'm going to come up next and share this beautiful lady. She comes with some really cool accessories also. Before we take a close look at the deco on her, she comes with this golden cat. She comes with an additional unmasked head portrait. And she also comes with this. It is a pistol. Let's see if I can grab it there. And if you can see along the top of the barrel, there's a cat hugging the barrel, holding the scope onto the pistol. That is super awesome detail, man. And that can fit very smoothly in this hand here. No problemo. And all of a sudden, she's got this like super don't mess with me vibe going on. Very, very cool. All right, let's take a look next at Batman and Robin, the stars of the show. They look so awesome just standing there, man. Even Robin's little stance there when he used to have that like determined look. Very, very nice. The thing that stood out to me with them immediately when I got them out of the package was the cape. When I first touched that, I was like, whoa, I had that kind of reaction. And we'll take a close look at some of Robin's deco first. I'll give you some better light there. I like the gold accents along the belt. It's really impressive how clean all of the paint lines are on all of these figures as we look at them together. Really nice. And next up, Batman. That is Adam West's face. I mean, the purseness of those lips, that chin, where his cheeks kind of like meet his upper lip. That is definitely him. So cool, man. So cool. That is a very sharp little old school Batman logo. Let's take a look at their accessories. So I have one set of accessories out because they kind of both come with the same. So we have this communicator, and each character comes with one of these. They each come with a batarang. They each come with a pow and a bam effect, so that you can go ahead and I will swap that in really quickly so you can see how funny that is, into their hand as if it were a weapon or something, so that you can get that effect. You know, how cool isn't that, man? So let me get Robin there, and just to give you a look at what it might be, there you have pow. You know, how cool is that, man? That is pretty chill. I really got a good giggle out of that when I saw that it had a handle. I thought it was stickers or decals, but I was pretty impressed with that. I thought that was chill. So we have that effect. They also each come with the additional head portrait, the non-masked head portraits. So let's take a look. Let's go ahead and get Batman and Robin into the Batmobile. So I'm going to go ahead and set Robin up first. Let's take a look at the Batmobile before Batman and Robin take off to save the day. And before my dial falls apart. I brought our characters over on this side so that they don't get run over. And let's take a quick look. As I mentioned, the Batmobile has full solid rubber wheels. So that is really cool, and they spin freely in the front. The underside is really well molded, has some really cool detail. Very nice. The rear wheels do not spin freely. They are connected to the turbo jet feature here in the back. And as the wheels turn, the effect kind of like spins around. And since it is also molded in an asymmetrical way, it looks like the effect is kind of like flapping in the wind, or the flames are kind of like flapping behind the jet exhaust there. Really cool stuff. You also have a small flap that lifts up here. You have this piece in the front that you push down to get the bat saw to pop out in the front, and that is really tough. The hood in the front of the Batmobile does not open up at all, in case you were wondering. The plastic on the windows is a grade above that really thin quality plastic that we usually get for the windows of vehicles. So it's kind of like thick, and it feels durable. Very nice. The vehicle itself, same deal. It's a quality above the typical plastic that you might get with vehicles in this scale. And that is also a really nice touch and a welcome feature. Tons of fun, man. Checking this guy out, or these guys and gal out, and sharing it with you. Wow, we've got to look at our heroes there in the background. I'm going to remove the jet feature, or the flame effect feature, just so that I could have some space in the camera to bring the Batmobile back a bit. Little close-up shot of everyone together. And what I'd like to do before we wrap up today's sharing is, if you can tolerate some more movement of the camera, I just kind of like want to give you a different look. Instead of the eye line view, I want to give you a look from the top so that you can kind of like see what the dial looks like. And I'll try to move the camera as slowly as possible. And this is from the top, without exposing too much of my toy mess. But I do want to give you a few different looks from the other side. It is a large dial piece. I will not be featuring the dial piece on a shelf. just because it's not my preference, but it is really, really nice, and it would fit perfectly, as you can see, because of the walls at 3 sides. It would fit perfectly on a nice sized shelf. Beautiful stuff. As always, it's a ton of fun sharing the experience of collecting toys as an adult. I hope you're able to keep coming back and sharing some experiences too. Until next time, everybody, take care.